Hi, I'm Eileen Bergelson, and now that you've heard our chat with Steve Feinberg, where we broke down all 3 stages of bringing an idea to global brand, get ready because we're going to talk about stage 2, bringing that system all the way into a methodology. Okay, Steve, we spoke about stage 1, taking that idea and creating a system around it. Let's talk about stage 2. What do we do now that we have that idea into a class format, into a system? How do we bring it into a methodology?
So if stage 1 was about being able to be successful on a local and consumer level, on being able to provide an exercise experience, being able to describe it, articulate it, and deliver on that promise, then stage 2, to move into a methodology, what would you need to do? You need to be able to communicate it on a professional level.
Okay.
You want to take your class and make more of them. And then you want to take that class and the more of them and put them in new places. So now we're talking about pitching gym owners, pitching studio owners, pitching chains, right? Getting it outside of your local and making it regional or possibly even national. To do that, you have to be able to train new blood because you can only be at one place at once. It's a whole matter can only occupy situation.
Right.
So to take that next step, you have to be able to completely manualize your system into your method. You have to be able to write it, communicate it, hold a training for it. And then you have to be able to explain to a manager or an owner what separates your method from the other classes that utilize the same equipment or have the same thought process out there. That's the most important thing, differentiation at that point, and a degree of standardization.
I see. So at this point, this is the stage where we, in a way, get serious. How do we create a permanence, a consistency for that idea, so that idea can carry on and give the same kind of consistent experience regardless of if they are taking the class with you at one facility or they're taking the class on another day at another facility, and how can the groundwork be set for other people to learn this class format, because there's a method behind it.
There's a method behind it that you can communicate on a professional level to other instructors and to those who hold the keys to the kingdom, the managers and owners of other studios and other gyms. To be able to do that, basically what you need is you need some captains and some lieutenants in your army.
And so for that, when you say manualize, you mean create materials, like a manual, something that's or a manifesto, some would say, but something that has the concepts behind it, the protocols, any sort of do's and don'ts, or the groundwork for the content itself. Here's the choreography, here's the music selection, here's how you pick what you're doing, so that people can start to see how to apply your method and replicate your experience.
You now want to be able to make sure that, as in stage 1, when you wanted to deliver on the promise you made to the consumer, you now need to be able to have other professionals deliver on that same promise under your stead,
right,
to other consumers that you'll never meet.
And so whatever it takes to make it possible for people to do that, that's what we do in this stage.
Write it, articulate it, begin to create a community, start to build your tribe.
Right.
Now you have your captains below you, you're the general. That's what you require. A methodology, if you have an exercise method, you better have other people standing around you that can evangelize and talk about it and that can do it when you are not available.
I love it, build your tribe.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's beyond a front row.
Okay.
You can have a front row in stage 1. You need a front row and a bullpen in stage 2.
Gotcha. Okay, so in a little bit we'll sit down and we'll talk about stage 3 as well, taking that methodology and then building it into a global brand.
It's a big, exciting project and there's a lot of facets to it, so we should talk about it.
Okay, well, hold your horses because we'll get there soon. But for now, go ahead and go out there and implement your idea, take it all the way to methodology, and we'll see you soon.